Hello and welcome to this 60-minute intermediate vinyasa yoga flow. I'm Louise and namaste. Today we'll need a strap about the width of your shoulders. You can always fold it, and you might even need some blocks for your practice. There is plenty of room for modifications in this intermediate practice. So we'll get started laying on our back, feet about the width of the mat. And you're just going to let your knees drop over to the right and slowly to the left. So you continue to the right and the left. The right and to the left. Once again to the right and the left. Right. Now as you drop to the right, bring the right ankle, foot on top of your left thigh. Sense of a bit of a twist, but also a thigh stretch. Right. You're laying the right foot being a little bit heavy on the left quad. The arms out to the sides, and you're turning your head towards the left. Still the breath of moving in slowly and moving out slowly. And let the knees drop over to the left side with the left foot on top of the thigh. The breath moves in and the breath moves out. Into the nostrils, out through the nostrils. Go as you release, coming back to center. Shake it out a teeny bit. And then take your right ankle, cross your left thigh for a figure 4 stretch. Either reach and grab the back of the hamstring or across above the shin there. Feel a sense of letting the buttocks reach forward and down. The buttocks reaching towards the front of the mat and down towards the ground. Like almost like you had a ball underneath the lower back. Now, if you like, you could even straighten your left leg upward and walk your hands up the left shin. You can point and flex your left toes, as that will activate a bit more the back of the hamstring and opening it up. You can circle the foot around as well. And slowly coming out as you release the left foot down, shake out the right. And taking the right shin, knee over the left, crossing the legs the same. The right leg is over the left, and see if you can lift your head, grab the outer feet. Sense of pulling the feet towards you as you press your knees a bit away from you. Pulling the feet a little closer, but also pressing the knees away. Roll the buttocks down towards the ground. Good. As you release, again, a little shake it out. And so we'll switch side. The left foot comes across the right thigh. Figure 4, flexing your feet, toes back towards your knee. The buttocks are sliding downward towards the ground. Breathing in slow and breathing out. You could also straighten your right leg up, and you can point and flex your foot as much as you like. Even circle the foot around. But again, think about dropping the buttocks down towards the floor. Breathing in and out. Nicely done. I'll go ahead and release the right foot down. Shake out the left. And again, take the left leg over the right, so the knee above the knee. Reach down, grab the outer heels, the outer feet. flexing your toes back towards your knees. And sense of pressing the feet into the hands and also pulling the hands towards you. So the feet are coming closer even though you're pressing your hips and your thighs away from you. Breathing down and in and all the way back out. Maybe you'd like to move your feet a little bit up and down. Good. Untwist that. Shake it out. Shake out the arms a bit, the hands, the wrist. Point and flex, point and flex. Waking up the nerves in the hands and the feet and the legs. Now go ahead and take your strap. So it's about the width of your shoulders. You're going to lengthen your arms and legs out on the ground, on the mat. So take slowly here, breathing in. And on the exhale, lift the right leg and take both arms up. Twist to that right side and lower back down. Coming up, left leg, and twist over to that left side like the right hand is coming across and back down. The right leg come up, exhale, twist to that right side and lower down. As the left leg comes up, you twist up and over to the left side and back down. Again, the right leg comes up, twist up and over to that right side and lower down. As you lift your left leg up, come up and over to the left. You lift the shoulder blades and down. The right leg lifts up and over to that right side and down. And the left leg comes up and over to that left side and down. Right leg up and over, twist, 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 yeah. Squeeze the belly and down. Up and over to the left, squeeze the abdominals and down. Right leg comes up and over, twist, lift the upper back a little higher and slowly down. Left leg comes up, exhale, 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 twist, 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 and down. Right leg comes up, come up and twist, 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 and down. And left leg up and up and up, twist, 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 and down. Again, twist, twist, twist to the right, and down, and up and over to the left, and down. Good, one more on each side there, and we're almost done. Last one. Up and over to the right, and up and over to the left. Good. Go ahead and release, take a little breather, shake it out. Breathe deep down in your stomach. Now we come up, and again you still have the strap, you pull the knees in and you lower back down. You come up, you pull the knees in and you lower back down. You come up, the strap's in front of you there, the knees, and then see the strap underneath the feet as you bend knees and back out as you lower down. You come on up, knees comes in, take the strap underneath the feet, strap above the feet, and then back out. You come up, you pull the knees in, strap underneath the feet, and pull the knees in, strap up over, and you lie down. As you come up, pull those legs in, strap underneath, strap above, and lie down. Again, you exhale, coming up, knees tight to your body, knees up and over, arms back. As you come up, pull those knees in, hands underneath, hands above, and you slowly stay this time up seated. Take the strap aside, we come into reverse tabletop. Right? You can move the shoulders a little side to side first, and then ground into the hands and into the feet as you lift the hips up. So take those outer hips up. Push into the fingers, into the toes. So sit down and just coming out, stroke it out. Now if you bend the knees into your chest, you wrap the arms underneath the legs, behind the knee area. Maybe be able to grab the elbows. And you can straighten your right leg up and bend and straighten the left leg up. So you're just trying to find the balance on your sitting bones while you straighten one leg and then switching to straighten the other leg. Perhaps even find the balance and bend and straighten both legs. Bend and straighten both legs, yes. Good. As you release, feet about as wide as your mat, with the hands off the ground, let the knees rock from side to side, right and to the left, left and to the right, and so forth. So here you can feel the abdominals, the transverse abdominals, the obliques, right, kicking in as you do it more and more. You're engaging those abdominals. Very good. Then just cross the legs, roll up to all fours, hands and knees. And tucking your toes with the feet together. Sit back towards your heels, rock a little forward, sit back towards your heels. Maybe the heels come all the way down to the mat and back up. Maybe knees can almost tap the mat. So you're just rocking back and forth, maybe without the hands touching, right? You could lift the hands, no support, no assistance. You're just going back and forth on the feet. Feel free to adjust and modify and make it easier if you need to. Shake out the toes, the feet. Sit so the heels comes a bit apart, the big toe slightly in. You're on the tops of the feet now as you're lifting the knees to kind of stretch. Good. Rolling forward, shake out the feet. Again, we'll have a little tuck under and just gotta get the toes a little more awake. Now, turning the hands backwards so the fingers turn outwardly and back. And you can round the spine. And afterwards you can arch your back, rolling the chest forward. The cat pose and exhale again as you round that cat pose and inhale into cow pose. Exhale into cat pose. Inhale into cow pose. Good. Stretching the fingers. So I let my fingers stay down, but I try to lift the palms up. So you're stretching where the fingers meet the palm. And also trying to bend the elbows. So you're bending where the fingers bend, but you're also bending where the elbows bends. And I'll flip the palms upward, top of the hand down. I like to rock a little side to side. You can also have your fingers pointing backwards towards the knees. Or if you want a little bit more, make a fist with your hands. Bum the fist together and slowly rock side to side. So you're really on the top of your hand. Good. Shake out the hands again. Puppy stretch with the palms facing in towards one another, the thumbs pointing up. Pressing the hands down, but keeping the chest slightly lifted as I lift my one hand up, right hand up, and afterwards the other hand up. So just alternating. Again, my chest is not on the ground, just hovering, lifting and lowering the arms, basically. And afterwards, your palms just nice and flat as you let the chest relax into the mat. Maybe the chin can stay forward. Good. We'll lie down onto our stomach. Extend down through the legs. So find a little bit more length. And the hands besides the outer ribs as you're lifting the chest. And call this like a seal position. Your hands a bit wider than the mat. Right? And you can lower down and lift back up like waves and roll your head from side to side and shoulders down the back and the chest moving forward and up. You're pulling slightly with the hands and you ground into the toes as you breathe in, as you breathe out. And as you're coming down halfway, you can lift the palms and just feel that engagement in the back body, right? Up between your shoulder blades, the upper back is engaged. Again, you may even take your hands and the fingertips there and lift the chest again and repeating that. And then bring the hands underneath the forehead and let the knees windshield wiper side to side. Good. Scooting body to the left. Actually, scooting body so it's like nice and even. Arms out to the side. And take that right foot up and over towards your left hand. As you bend your left leg, take that left foot towards your right hand. So again, you bend the right knee, you're trying to get that right foot over towards the right arm, left arm, excuse me. And as you bend the left leg, you're trying to get the toes towards the right arm. Nice little twist there. Go, we'll lift up either to cobra on the thighs or knees, or take it up into the up dog. You're really standing on your arms. You're drawing the back of the chest forward and up, rolling the heart up and back. Long, long legs. Good. Take your hips back and up, downward facing dog. And breathing in, breathing out. Settle in. Feel your arms and your legs stretching here. Arms and your legs stretching. Maybe you lift your heels up and down. Walking the feet up and down, moving the hips a bit side to side. So allow that body to stretch, right? The legs and the arms, torso to stretch. Finding length from the armpits down into the palms. Well, let's walk the feet forward to the hands. Take the feet hip width apart as you fold in. Bow into the legs. Yes, bow into the legs. Left hand stays down below the chest. Right hand up to the sky. You can bend that left knee. Roll the right side open. Roll the right side open. Push into the ground. Good. Release. The right hand stays down. Left arm up. You can bend that right knee. Turn that left shoulder back. Turn that left chest back. Maybe bend and straighten the right leg if you like. Good. Again, relax in towards your legs. Stand up. Ground down as you lift the arms. I'll show you from the front here. So you're going to lean over to your right side, dropping that right hand, and extend the left arm overhead. As you come up, you're going to drop the left hand and bring that right arm over your head. Stretch the side body long. Roll the shoulders back a couple times. On the big toes together, heels apart. Surya Namaskar, arms lift up, lift the chest, tailbone in. And then fold forward, fold into the legs. Inhale, come up halfway. And then walk back to a plank pose. As you shift forward, bend the elbows. Rolling through into your up dog. Pull the hips forward, pull the chest forward. And downward facing dog, hips up and back. Breathe in and out, slowly and mindfully. Stand into the arms, bend into your knees. Lightly jump a step forward. Lengthen the heart forward halfway and then fold into the legs, Uttanasana. Ground to stand up, sweep the arms up and over, your palms connect. And as you exhale, release the arms down. Again, inhale, lift the arms up, lift the chest. Exhale, bow down, the inner thighs rolls back. Lift up and lengthen halfway, inhale. Step it back or jump it back into your high plank. And you could shift into your low plank halfway. Through into the up dog. Massage the back body forward into the front body. And exhale to downward dog. Lengthen those inner groins down to inner heels. Again, elongate from the armpits down into the palms. From the armpits into the palms. Nice and long there. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Again, up on the toes, bend the knees, exhale, lightly jump, a step to the hands. Halfway lengthen out, right? Exhale, fold it in. Ground as you stand up, inhale, sweep the arms up, tighten the knees, tighten the hips, lift up and lengthen. Samasthiti. Again, inhale, slowly lift the arms up. Exhaling and fold forward. Inhale, come out halfway. And exhale, jump it back or walk back and lower down. Through the up dog, pull the back of the chest forward. Inhale. Down dog, hips up and back. Breathe mindfully in and out. Finding length of the outer shoulders down into the outer hands. Again, stand on the arms, jump or step forward. So we'll go forward and back a couple times. You're going to jump on the toes and jump it back. Jump on the tippy toes and jump backwards. Again, you're trying to jump right behind the wrist there. Tiptoes and jumping backwards. And again, you can jump forward behind the wrist. Yeah, so you're going back and forth. That's fun. Now, finding a crow pose, knees into the arms. See if you can lift up one or both of your feet. A little disclaimer, I do have a wrist issue, so sometimes I'm not able to do every little thing in the practice because of that. But today it allowed me to do it, so that's nice. And then downward dog. Lifting that right knee up and back, you pull the right knee to the right shoulder and step the foot outside the right hand. Circle the hips around to the right a couple times and to the left as well. Eventually you can set your knee down. Now you reach back with the right hand to catch the ankle and work that foot in for a stretch. I like to set my left forearm down. You can also put a block underneath that left forearm. Head relaxes there as you breathe in, breathe out. Release out. The back foot down, straighten out the right leg. I'll wiggle the right foot a little in so it's right underneath my chest. I flex and point the toes. Putting blocks underneath the hands can also help here if you feel a little too far away from the floor. Working the chest down over the leg. As you bend into your knee, we're going to pivot slowly over towards the left side, meaning as you turn the left toes out, but you're sitting into a skandasana side lunge. Bending that left knee, feel free to sit on a block here, as I'm showing right now, but you can also lift that left heel. So my left heel is down, but you may need to lift the left heel if you have a hard time balancing here. Stretching also the inner right leg. I'm turning my chest up and back, kind of laying the left shoulder blade against the leg as I go in for the wrap, turning the arms inward, internally rotating. Maybe lay the chest slightly in between the legs too for this stretch. Now as I sit down, I turn my left knee in and I lift my left knee up. So I'm sitting on the mat, left knee turns in towards the right. Left knee turns up and back, and again, left knee turns in. I apologize for the video, can't really see, but, trying your best to turn that knee in and out. So letting the left knee be against the inner right leg, right, and then lengthen down to the right leg, and both buttocks nice and even. You can sit on a blanket if you need to. I take my hands forward. You could hold on to the foot or bring the hands to the mat, floor there beneath you. I like to extend my arms forward past my toes, but again, see what works for you. Coming up to release, putting the right hand behind the hips, press into the left leg and bending into the right knee. Lift the hips up. sitting down to unwind that. Instead, planting your left foot, press into the left arm and raise the hips up. So arc your chest up and back, like your head is going back. Good, sit down again. We're going to take the right hand back and press into the legs. So lift the chest up and over the shoulders and sit down. Good. The left foot steps a little bit more to the left. I should slowly pivot to face the front of the mat again. Plant the hands. Swing the right leg up behind you as the knee bends. Stretch that lower left leg out too. Good. Right knee comes in towards the left elbow. Slides across for falling star. Some people call this a falling triangle. I like to bend the back knee and afterwards bend the front knee. So just one leg is straight, the other one bent. So just alternating side to side there, right and left. Place the hands back down on your mat. Right toes on top of the back of the left heel. Move the back of the chest forward and up. Stretch to the quads and pull that right leg up behind your three-legged dog. Setting the foot back down. Left leg reaches back, bend a knee, roll the knee to the left side there, to left arm, plant the foot outside the left hand. Scoot the hips, rock them over to the right and forward and back, and circle it around the hips. And over to the left, forward and back. Eventually set the right knee down, left hand back, grabs a hold of the right foot, ankle, outer foot ideally. You can come down onto the right form. Maybe let the head relax down. Breathing in and out. And as you release the back foot, straighten slowly. Arms wiggle the left leg in. Straighten it underneath of you. Flex and point your toes again to activate the back of the leg. And slowly folding down towards that left leg. Pivot over to the right side for your side lunge skandasana. At the back of the mat, you turn the right knee a bit out. Again, the heel can be down. You could also sit on the block. Wrapping the arms around the right shin can work here as you lay against the right leg. Sitting all the way down to release. Or you can even fold forward first between the legs. And then as you sit down, you're going to turn the right knee in towards the left and back out towards the right and back down in towards the left and turn the right again. Just turning that knee in and out. Yes, and let the knee turn in. Scoot the foot a little to the side. You're not sitting on the heel. You have some gap between the inner heel and outer hip. And then you fold down towards your left leg. And of course the right as well because it's bended. I like again to have my hands straight forward, but you could also place your hands down on your mat, the floor there. Coming up, slowly lifting the chest. Place the left hand behind, press into the right shin and bend the left leg as you plant the foot. Pull the hips out, good. And then you can sit down. Planting the right foot instead. Place the right hand behind it. Press the legs. Roll the chest up and back. And come down. Left hand comes behind. So you're just switching the arms. Again, lift the hips up. Lift the hips. And back down. Come off from that, plant the palms in front, at the front of the mat, sweep the left leg up, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Press the right thigh and groin back. Draw the left knee towards the right arm, slide it over to the right side, falling star, falling triangle. You bend the left leg, and afterwards the right, and the left, and so forth, the right. Breathe in and out. Place the right palm down. Left toe, so the big toe, the middle toe, over, or the second toe over the back of the right heel to turn the chest up and back. And then downward facing dog. Jump it forward to the hands. Top of the mat, lengthen the chest forward, and then fold into them. Come all the way up to standing Samasthiti as you release the arms. Now bend the knees into a chair pose. Sweep the arms up. Take the head back as you look up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Plant the palms. Jump or step it back through up dog or cobra. And exhale to downward dog. Step the right foot forward, hips nice and low. Warrior one, spin the back foot down, sweep the arms up, roll that left side ribs forward. Place the hands back down, frame the foot, plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale through the up dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left foot steps forward, right heels out if planted. Virabhadrasana 1. Come up, roll the right side chest forward, lift up the hands down. Step back and chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale through the up dog. And exhale to down dog. Placing the forearms down. Pinch them. Come up to pincher or just do the dolphin. Lift the right leg and just play with the balance. Like kicking up a few times and afterwards you kick up with the other leg a few times. Trying to keep the legs nice and straight and engaged. Coming down to recover. From here, head's down. Top of the head comes down. Watch how the elbows are right up over the wrist. So I'm scooting my hands back. So the elbows in alignment with the wrist, in line with the shoulders. And knees comes into the back of the arms. So nice and stable. Squeeze those thighs in. Maybe one leg towards the chest and one leg up to the sky and so forth. Keeping one knee there, the other one goes up. Maybe both knees up, both legs up. And back down to the mat. Rest and recover in child's pose. And let the breath go deep down into your lower back and mid back and upper back. Let's roll up onto the hands and knees and take it back to downward facing dog. Come up on the toes there, bend the knees and lightly walk or jump forward top of the mat. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. Now standing split prep here. First, just lift the right knee and then grab the top foot with the left hand. So the right foot should be above you. You grab it outside the left with the left hand. Your chest is coming forward, the leg is lifting up. Good. And draw the right knee and step the right foot down again. Second side. So the left knee coming up to the sky. The right hand grabs a hold of the ankle or the foot area. Still kicking the shin on the foot upward as you turn your chest up. Still kicking the shin on the foot up towards the ceiling. And then as you release, pull the knee in, step the foot down. Once again, the right leg comes up. You grab the ankle, you kick the shin up, you kick, you engage. You can look down anytime. Straighten one more the right leg up to the sky. Standing split, walk your hands around the left leg. Still lifting up through the right, and you also lift up through the left thigh. You should lift up through the right leg. Bending the knee, place the foot down. So on my fingers, and I grab the left ankle with the right hand. I press my foot up towards the ceiling there. Chest coming forward. Good. Standing split. Lengthening it up the left leg. Work your hands, both arms in around the right leg. Lift that left leg more. Use your glutes. Use your hamstring. Reach up, reach up, reach up. And knee comes down. The foot places on the mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold once more. Sitting back, take your chair pose. Sweep up the arms as you inhale. And stand all the way up as you exhale. Shake out the legs. Good. So we'll turn the face to the side. So you're stepping the right foot back. And you turn both feet out for a goddess, or some people call this a horse stand. Pressing the hands into the legs. And turn the left shoulder down. Roll that right shoulder back. Coming back in, drop the right shoulder. And look to the left. Good. With the feet about parallel, a little bit turned out. The feet a little bit turned out. Hands on your hips. You're pressing the top of the head back. Pressing the top of the head back. Pressing the top of the head back. And then as you come up, bring your hands down on the mat. Parallel in the feet to turn the feet slightly in. Press the floor away, come up halfway, and then fold Prasarita Padottanasana A. Walking the hands in and under. Feel a sense of pressing your elbows into the shoulders. And just forward fold. Press the elbows into the shoulders as you fold forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Straighten slowly the arms. You can always walk them a little forward. And then walk them up. Pivot up towards the left foot. Step it back into plank chaturanga. Inhale through the up dog or your cold pose. And exhale to down dog. Stepping the right leg forward into your warrior. To rotate the arms up and over. Now make sure you have your heel to arch alignment. Long left inner thigh, right inner thigh open. And then interlace your hands behind the lower back. Lift through the chest. And almost like a humble warrior, but you're in a warrior 2 position. So your chest is coming a little diagonal out to the side as well as your hands. Even though you're opening up through the inner right leg. And then slowly come back up. Inhale, sweep the arms open into warrior 2. From now we'll slowly make our way into a goddess pose, as some people call it a horse stand, with the knees as wide as your feet. And you take your elbow against the inner ribs and open the hands a bit out to the sides. And then from that horse stand, we'll slowly spin around to face the back of the mat. So the left leg is bent, the right leg is straight for a twist. Hooking that right arm across the left leg. Maybe the right hand can come all the way down to the mat and the left arm overhead. See what works for you, right? Always modify, put a block underneath your hand too. And then you're twisting, you're rotating, you're revolving from the hips and up to the crown of the head. From there on, coming up slowly back into the goddess position, horse stand, knees wide, feet wide, knees open, feet open. And then spin it towards the front of the mat. The right leg is bent, the left leg is straight. Lift up and back with the arms, and then twisting, take the left arm now across the right leg, and again drawing the hands into Namaste, or place the left palm down, hand down, and the right arm over your head. Find that length on the back leg all the way up to the crown of the head, to the fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. We'll step the left foot forward, twisted chair. Keep in the twist, but as you step forward, keep holding on to that right leg with the left arm, and maybe the left fingertips comes down to the mat as you lift your heels and sit down on your calves. Right arm can reach up. And then from that seated twist, you can take yourself into a twisted crow perhaps by bringing the elbows into the hip area, thigh area, lifting the hip up and over that arm, and on the second arm placing the outer knee area, outer shin and thigh on that second arm. So you can also do it just by doing only one arm, meaning you're walking your feet a little more forward and placing the right leg up onto the left arm, and the right arm is out to the side. Good. We'll meet us back into a dolphin position on the forearms. Walk the feet in again, lifting up the right leg and maybe kicking up. If you feel they find the balance, lifting up, or you just put the right foot down, lift up the left leg and do the left side as well. Breathing in, breathing out. Once you're done, let's come back up into downward facing dog. And we'll step forward the left foot into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2, heel to arch alignment. Open through the arms. Inner left thigh nice and open, right inner leg long. Interlacing the fingers behind the back so the other index fingers on top. And again, taking the chest down to the inside of your left leg, a little diagonally out. Ground to both of your feet. Reach out to the arms. Breathe gently. And then come up slowly back into the Warrior 2. Again, we'll come through the horse stand, the goddess position. Hands can come on the thighs. You're just rocking the knees and the hips side to side. Then we'll lift the arms upward and out and down. Reach the arms up and over, out and down. One more up and over with the arms, out and down. Good. Spin it over towards the back of the mat on the right leg. And see if we can bring that right knee a little more forward, almost like you're trying to pass your toes. In fact, you will pass the toes, right? You're getting the knee a little bit further forward. And the left thigh is very close to the ground. Good. Coming back into that goddess position, horse stand. And then spin to the front of the mat in that low lunge, or actually, sorry, high lunge, but scooting the knee more and more forward past the toes. Stretching to that whole right side body. The knee goes really forward, forward and forward. The hips very low to the ground. Good. Navel draws in. Good. Come back up slowly. And from the lunge, we'll come back into the goddess position, horse stand with the hands on the thighs, moving a little hip side to side. Then place the hands onto the mat. Come up halfway, lengthen, and then fold underneath the legs, in between them. And feel a sense again of pressing your elbows into the shoulders. As you're folding forward, the knees, the calves, the thighs engaged. Slowly walking your hands back out and underneath. And place the hands up on the hips. From here on, let's come back into a lunge position facing the front of the mat as you hook your right arm, right elbow outside the left leg. Twisting, twisting. From there, we'll step the right foot forward to meet the left in the twisted chair. Keep the twist going on, sitting down on your calf with the heels lifted. Place the right fingers or hand down maybe on the block and left arm up towards the sky. And turning, twisting, twisting from the navel up. Staying on that left side, placing the hands down. I'm going to show you briefly here how we place the hands down. Find that twisted crow, laying the leg up onto the arms, the hip and the shin area, up onto the arm, the knee area, up onto the arms. Or maybe just stay on the right arm, lifting the feet, bending into the arms like a chaturanga position in the arms. The abdominals very strong. Good. And from there, I'm coming to a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Good. We're going to slowly find the wall and go in upside down handstand. Place the hands underneath your shoulders. You can even kick up with both feet or just kick up with one leg. I like to jump up with both feet. Move the tailbone in. And feel like the forearms beneath you, they're pressing towards your fingers. So press the forearms towards the fingers and also press the shoulder blades into your back. Move that tailbone in, almost like you're trying to lift both feet off the wall. Right, you can modify, you can do this in the center of the room, of course, too, right? Now we'll go ahead and take a block and lie down on our back. Placing the block underneath your sacrum, right there on the tailbone area where tailbone meets the lower back. Tailbone meets the lower back. Shoulder blade slides in and into the body. And roll the outer shoulders down into the floor. Lengthen down through your legs. Feel like you'll roll the inner thighs down, lift the outer hips up. And also imagine you could almost lift the tailbone off the block. That's much you're pressing down through the legs and down through the shoulder area. You could almost lift the tailbone off the block. Stretch through the legs, inner thighs down. Deep inhales and exhale. Feel the stretch of the core muscle area, the belly area, into the ribs. And I feel a sense of moving the rib cage, the sternum area towards your chin. The sternum area towards your chin. Feel a sense of stretching that towards your chin. Good. Let's go ahead and plant the feet again. And roll down the spine to rest as you release the block off to the side. Now, bridge pose. Hands underneath you, interlace the fingers, ground through the feet. Roll the chest up towards your chin. And as you release the arms, slowly roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back. Pause and breathe. Once more. Now from here on, you could do the bridge again, or maybe even place your hands beside your ears. Come up on the crown of the head. Move the elbows into the shoulders, shoulders into your back. And then from there on, grab a hold of the ankles. Now, and again, if this is way too much, just keep the hands alongside the ears. Maybe you can place the hands again. And from there on, come up into full Urdhva Dhanurasana, where you straighten the elbows up into the shoulders. And then slowly come on down again to rest. Good, you're laying on your back. Your feet are planted, your knees over your heels. Shoulder blades sliding underneath you. So the feet are about hip width apart, maybe a tiny bit wider. And you're going to bring your hands beside your shoulders, plant your palms, so lift your hips up, lift your chest. If you can, come on top of the head and grab your ankles by reaching your hands down beside you and grab your ankles. And then place your hands beside your ears again to lift up your back and your head off the ground for a full wheel Urdhva Dhanurasana. See if you can look down by your hands. And then from there on, tuck your chin in and lie back down onto your spine. Release your arms. You can do anything you want with your legs. Take some nice slow breaths. Good. So we'll do this again. We'll press the feet down into the mat. Place the hands beside your shoulders. Lift up the hips and the spine. Come up in the crown of the head and lift up everything into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Stay and breathe. And maybe you walk your hands a little closer to the feet, or the feet a little closer to the hands. And after you feel about 5 breaths, you can tuck your chin in and then lie back down. Feel free to modify. You can always just do bridge pose instead. Or you could put a block underneath the lower back. From here on, we'll lay down on the ground. Lay with the right thigh in towards the chest with the hands around the shin. And you can move the right knee a bit out to the right side so that the thigh can relax more. Now we'll switch leg. Left leg comes in, you bring the knee a little bit to the left side and let that thigh drop into the body. It's just really to lengthen the spine, the lower back, the sacrum, to release anything from the back bends. Good. Now come up onto the forearms, the elbows, and take your right knee in. Circle the right leg around. It can also be straight if you like. And then you just circle the opposite direction. And maybe you can bend and straighten the knee up and down. And flex and point your foot to activate the back of the leg. This will also contract the abdominals a bit. And then we'll do left side to left thigh, and you circle the left leg around one way. And then afterwards, slowly the opposite way too. Scoop the belly muscles in. Just another way to kind of activate the hips. And then we'll straighten and bend the leg up and down, flexing and pointing the foot. Breathe in and out. Good. Well, lie down. You're going to grab your strap, place it so that when you bring the right leg in, you bring the strap around the right sole of the foot. Hands beside you, either side of the strap and the leg, like you're holding a horse, so you're using both hands up on the strap. You can drive the leg a little closer to you, and also lengthen down through your left leg. Now with the right hand, choke up on the strap with the right hand. Both straps comes into the right hand. You take the leg off to the right side. So kind of placing the right elbow on the ground as you hold on to the strap. And also find some length down through the left leg. Roll that right hip under, right buttocks under. Breathe in and out. You want to try to keep your hips even on the mat, even on the ground. So bring the leg back up to center. With the left hand, grab the strap. Bring the hips a bit to the right, and then take your leg across your body over towards the left side for a twist. And try to keep the hip down for now, so that you're just getting that outer hip stretch first. So just try to keep the right buttock close to the ground, so you're not fully in a deep twist yet. Getting the IT band there, and then bring the leg back up and release the strap off the foot. Second side, the left leg comes up, strap around the sole of the foot. You can push the sole of the foot up into the strap a bit and lengthen down to the right leg as well. Try to even out the buttocks, the shoulder blades, shoulders down the back. Breathe in and out, finding length of the back of the leg on both sides. Nice long stretch here. To really slow down, to quiet down the mind. Find some calm within. Now with the left hand, choke up on the strap, move the buttocks under and take the left leg out to the left side. Again, try to keep that right leg grounded as you bring the left leg out to the left. Shoulders down the back, neck is long. Relax your tongue, relax your mouth, breathe in and out. Good, again, we'll come back up with the right hand, grab the strap, move the buttocks a teeny bit to the left, and then take the legs slightly across your body. Again, you're getting that little bit of a stretch on the outer hip flexor there, outer thigh, piriformis IT band. You're trying to keep the left hip down, so you're kind of pulling the thigh bone down into the hip socket. Good, coming back through center. Pull the leg a little in and then release it down. Remove the strap off the foot. Slide the shoulder blades under. Let the body get comfortable as we set up for the final post-Savasana relaxation. So again, the buttock slides on, the shoulder blades under. Make sure your arms are a bit out to the sides. The feet rolls out to the side. And let go of the breath. Right, let it just come and go. We'll take some slower, deeper breaths, reawakening little by little the fingers and the toes. Maybe get a good stretch. You can roll over to the side. Press yourself up to seated. Cross your legs, hands in namaste. Or bow for gratitude for this practice, for showing up, for taking care of your body and mind. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.